Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, January 31st, 2023, last day of January. Okay, well, what I wanted to talk about in this video is the fact that for the first time in years, Mr. T changed his Truth Social profile picture yesterday, and it caused a lot of speculation in the alt media community. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hang on just a second. Now, here is his new picture on Truth Social for his profile. You will notice that even though there's never been an actual news media announcement about a connection between 17 and Mr. T, this picture contains 7 stripes and 10 stars. Some of the speculation, and someone else noticed too, that around his nose, it looks like the 17th letter of the alphabet. Just for what it's worth, thought I'd point that out. Okay, now, some of the speculation in the alt media community was the fact that this was done on the eve of, hang on, the delta of a 17 post. Okay. And January 31st of 2018, there was a 17 post that said that today, the 31st, the first would be Freedom Day, that 17 posted a flag named Freedom, and timing is everything. So on the 31st, he said tomorrow, and the day of days. D. So as usual, there's lots of mystery involved in speculation about comms, and I am by no means a decoder, but the universe does a good job of it. And we'll wait for some really talented people to come up with some information that's going on here, because code is prevalent and needed to get truth out and bypass some organizational shenanigans, as we know. Okay, so here's what I wanted to know as I was reading that and saw the picture, and they're saying that February 1st was Day of Days, Freedom Flag, everything. Let's just ask the universe for some updates and information. If there's communication involved and other insights and information about the change in profile picture for 45 for Mr. T. And let's see what the universe wants us to know. So are there comms involved with this profile picture change and other insights and information the universe wants us to know? We're curious about what's happening in Mr. T's actions and goings on. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the Star, the 2 of Swords, Magician, Ace of Wands, 8 of Swords. So our question about Mr. T is indicated by the 7 of Pentacles, which is a card that sometimes indicates long-term prosperity and satisfaction. So I think those are a couple of good qualifiers for Mr. T, long-term prosperity and satisfaction. It's interesting that we're getting a little more information with the 2 of Pentacles, okay? And that is about adaptability and resourcefulness, okay? and using change to your advantage. So yeah, that picture was changed, and it was because it gives him a communication advantage. And I think it's putting the deep state on notice that that's war paint. Okay. Now, in the recent past, we've got the star card showing up, our first major arcana. Now, the star card shows that there's optimism and that he's moving forward in the right direction. Okay. It's a very hopeful card, very hopeful. The Two of Swords for the present sometimes indicates a truce, that an offer's on the table for truce. Now, whether it will be taken, who knows? But it does look like he's got the war paint on. He's ready for war, and we do know we are in a very covert war, not just for our nation but for our world. Okay. And there is an opportunity for truce that should be well considered by whomever is getting that offer. Okay, now we're looking for the near future. It's looking really good. Okay, first of all, yes, there are comms. I've got the war paint going on here. I don't know that February 1st is going to be a public type of announcement. If that Delta coming up for 5 years for that Day of Days is going to be February 1st, I'm not getting any insight of that, but I am getting that looking at the near future, Ace of Wands is showing up, which is new beginnings. So it would be a fabulous day tomorrow to have it be a day of days for some good news. Okay. Now, again, on our timeline, this is saying that the good news and manifesting is making something happen. The Magician, our second major arcana, okay, he's all about manifesting, okay, and doing so with a lot of balance, okay, so not just from the seen and unseen, but from every angle, manifesting with balance. So whatever this offer is that's on the table that could come forward and be announced tomorrow, it's fair, it's balanced, it's reasonable. It's interesting that the other clarifier, not as strong as the Ace of Wands, I love that it's here in our strength position for advice and further information. We have the Eight of Swords showing up. The Eight of Swords, I'm sorry, my kitty Chloe's chiming in here. The Eight of Swords talks about staying the course and right timing. So again, in the near future, this offer, it's the right time for it. Let's see if it comes, if we have some announcements tomorrow on February 1st. I'm recording this the day before. Let's see if anything happens tomorrow that makes that Delta for that 17 post truly come to fruition. Let's see what else we've got here. We got the Queen of Swords showing up and the King of Wands. Now, the Queen of Swords is about clear thinking and patience. Okay, she's very strong, very patient. Okay, and that typifies Mr. T. Despite all the negative press, very, very strong and a good leader. Okay, King of Wands is also showing up here. And so we've got good leadership and wisdom and honor going on with both of these. Just a reassurance that Mr. T remains solidly in the White Hat Alliance camp, and he's doing so from a position of great strength, no matter what you hear otherwise. So let's recap. As with so many things that involve Mr. T, there's layers to what's going on. The change of profile picture to a war paint facade with the 7 stripes and 10 stars is yet another 17 proof, number one. It's a message to the deep state that the war for evil continues. In fact, it may be ratcheting up. And, you know, we had the incidences of the black starred flags in the past, which were surrender, we're not taking prisoners. And so if that Two of Swords that's in the center says that there's some kind of offer possibly out there for someone, you better take it. You better take it. And let's see tomorrow if there's anything that hits the conscious world, the news, either alt or mainstream, that bears out the fact that February 1st is Day of Days. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm also braced for it to just be another anniversary of that 17 post and for the real rollout to happen, because we're in a war and the advancements happen based on campaign successes, not a calendar. But it is kind of neat when they do jive up really nice and you can say, oh, this was what it was about. And I would love for that to be the case here, but I can't say that. We'll just have to find out. In the meantime, layers of meaning. Let's look at some of our favorite decoders to see if they can come up with a little more about that. But definitely the 10 and the 7, the Q in the facial structure, and the war paint, very telling. And it's a message. It should be one that gives us some resolve and strikes fear in enemies. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time. I don't take it for granted. I do appreciate as you join me in some of these rabbit trails I get and try to connect dots that don't always connect, but sometimes they're just fun to see if there's a correlation. And in this case, the universe did confirm that meant that change of picture did have some layers of meaning to it. Definitely. So let's watch developments with excitement. And I'm not going to say get the popcorn ready, but definitely as positive changes happen, even if they're surprising, let's try to enjoy them. Greet them with curiosity and if it's possible, thankfulness, gratitude, whatever good positive emotion you can. But at the very least, curiosity, not fear. Let's see what's happened now. And is it finally time? Is it go time? Because it won't be long until it is. Until next time, I send you love and light and wish all good things. Good night.